you bastard.
Right then. We once again return to Star Wars, the Old Republic. Ah.
Without any music. Oh, there we go, music.
Yeah, the music's there, don't worry. But yes. Well, last time, everybody went and basically complained to Republic that they weren't getting paid enough. And so they got paid. Now, we arrive back on the ship. Of course, wait a second, somebody has to be removed from existence again, and somebody has to be brought back in.
No, no, no!
Why?
I live!
Zoom. Look. Oh no, wait, go up. There we go, that's where you normally are.
No, I'm actually sitting over here.
Oh, okay. But yes, currently our little Gank friend is down in the engine bay right now. Just, you know, fiddling with the turrets, the engine parts, making sure that everything's nice and running. After all, it was a close call that you almost hit that hammerhead ship. Good driving now. Now,
Okay, I'm just lucky.
Captain Jack, where are you currently heading?
At the end of the last session, we set a course for Corellia.
That is correct. Welcome to the Corellian system. A hub of trade and commerce, known as a place where you get the best ships and pilots in the galaxy. Of course, I'm sure someone's very proud of this fact. Now,
I graduated in the middle of my class.
about a middle, which is top of the class in any other system.
Oh no, I'm just really shit at taking written tests. That's the problem.
Of course. But yes, the planet of Corellia. The people of this planet are often called mavericks or intrepid by other people. It is one of the founding worlds of the Republic. And of course, one of the best places in order to fit your ship. This is where you're going today. As you near the planet, you see the hustle and bustle of many ships heading towards it. However, I do wish to ask, where will you be landing?
Good question.
Is there a place we've been to before on this specific planet within the last 6 months I've been on the ship?
This planet is known as the Republic's tourist attraction of the world. Their people are very well known because, unlike Coruscant, which is one big city, the Corellian people are actually very environmentally, well, conscious. They build their cities in communication with nature and are actually... their planet is quite green and lush. So...
I want to get on all the tourist attractions.
I can definitely do that for you.
Something tells me it's not going to go very well.
The main place that you would probably have visited would be the main capital city. After all, it's probably where people trade and do their things most. It's called Coronet City.
And anyone who served on Jack's crew for, you know, an extended period of time would know that's where he's from, and his parents own a speeder bike manufactory in it.
Yep, and would that be in Coronet City as well?
Yeah, near where the main academy is.
In fact, if anybody went on an attraction, they may have actually went on one of your speeder bikes. After all, that's one of the attractions just outside Coronet City, is to have speeder bikes and go across the lush lands, you know? The best way to see the planet.
But we'll be touching down in the main city, because one of the things I want to buy, you want like a reputable dealer for, and the other thing, you want a very disreputable dealer for.
Of course, all can be found within the capital city.
Awesome. I assume Captain Jack will be taking us down then.
Yeah, I'll handle any actual flight. You're mostly just there to make sure we don't go rapidly off course.
Yeah.
And so you descend towards the planet. The towers of Coronet City are glistening within the rising sun as you come in. You see ships going back and forth. The greenery that litters about the landscape is so clear and so unlike the other metropolises you normally see. Now, you're going to land in a reputable place, I suspect?
Yeah.
Okay, and you transmit your ID codes and... Just asking, are you trying to cover up bits of your ship or not?
Oh no, as far as I'm aware, technically our ship is actually a reputable trade ship. It is in fact the most commonly made ones for any sort of trader that expects to get into some pirate troubles on Corellia. Why smugglers love it.
Okay then. So, you are heading down towards the planet, and you of course get your ID and you're ready to be taken to the docks.
Clearance to land in the main bay. I tell everyone this isn't like any of the outer rim bases, hands off the weapons.
Yes, this is a very different place from the rim worlds you're commonly associated with. This is a core planet, and again, a founding member of the Republic. However, in recent times, something has been strange about the planet. Jack would have known this straight away, is the fact that they seem to have isolated themselves somewhat from the rest of the galaxy. Don't get me wrong, it's still a tourist attraction and but political maneuvers have been silent or strained at the very most.
I'm assuming that means that some shady trading business has been going on and they have been probably shifting around who they deal their trading with?
Well, they are a founding member of the Republic, so they still only trade with the Republic.
More like a greater sense of independence.
A roundabout, yes.
Sort of like, Manan, if you've played Knights of the Old Republic. That level of thing, but for ships.
Still, you're heading down, you hear a droid over the interface speak up and go, "Please arrive at designated area." Transmitting
Captain of the
coordinates.
Icarus, acknowledged.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, B2, I'm guiding us in. Keep us nice and steady.
Second. Right.
Oh god damn it,
so
I
you
knew he was
head-
gonna do that.
So you head towards your area which you have been designated.
Yep.
Let's see, where is the dock I prepared? Aha, there it is. Isn't that lovely? You
Okay,
arrive
Experta.
within dock.
Who doesn't love?
You're
Sorry,
landing...
what were you saying?
No, carry on if you want to, talk in character. One moment.
I thought Adam was saying something, but I didn't hear him.
Oh no, no, don't worry about it.
I think you might have
continue.
cut out, so...
It was probably another thing to get you demonetized.
I just said
Now that
Jake,
this
yeah,
video is
Logan
gonna
Paul,
get
Logan Paul,
monetized.
Logan
Thank you for a
Paul.
moment.
Ash, continue. Did he died?
He's probably preparing some stuff in the background.
Okay, in which case, yeah, so what's everyone doing as we're about to touch down?
I guess
Cora
situating
is...
stuff.
Cora is looking out the nearby windows because she's very excited to see this new lush world that seems cool and fun to explore.
I'm looking out of the window for any hammerhead ships. Captain, you can't crash the ship again.
Didn't crash it last time.
I'm
That's
still
why
very
it's
traumatized about the hammerhead incident.
here. Really?
It's basically the same.
Technically, it wasn't his fault. Just technically.
Thanks,
But-
voice in my head.
Yes. Technically. But now you land perfectly safe. You're allowed in the hangar, the doors close. droids are walking out towards your ship to offer their services. Of course, as for normal services, would you like your ship waxed?
Excuse me,
Give it a
I'm the
full
ship's droid. No, go away.
I see the droid feels threatened.
I'm just shooing them off.
They took my job.
I don't want to be replaced, damn it. Go away.
Are you sure you would not
volunteered for
want to be?
waxing, then?
Are you sure you would not like fuel change?
I look over to see if B2 is going to get sort of offended again.
He's just looking back at you.
Maybe you would like your droid memory wiped. It is a free service if you purchase any of the others.
Fuck it,
no.
I'm gonna hit that droid. I'm hitting it. How dare he?
Droid fight! I can
Melee
sell
attack.
this.
How dare he suggest I get mind wiped? It's like the ultimate
Very
offense.
landed and it's already going downhill.
What do I roll to hit this fucker?
Brawn plus two, the normal 2 diffs.
I'm sorry. It's just. Okay.
I'm cheering him on.
Fail.
Your robotic limbs attempt to frail out towards, but you and the other droid just end up tangled as you're flailing against one another. Your droid is acting strangely. Are you sure that memory wipe is not needed?
Oh no, I taught him to do
We'll
that.
take everything else. He's got custom settings as I pull B2 up out of the
Is this
pile
the
of parts.
infamous slap fight I keep hearing about only with droids?
Pretty much.
Yes, that's essentially what happened.
This
By the way,
is
that was
the
in
reason. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Captain. He just suggested I should get mind wiped. That's the ultimate offensive comment.
Oh, one of these days, Astrid has to teach you how to throw a punch. You look like a 2-year-old trying to catch a cat.
I exist to offer medical services, Captain. You know this.
Okay. Right, well, the rest of you, I say pointing at everyone except for Astrid, you're free to do as you want. Think of this as a little R&R weekend.
Who's going to be the most at risk? I'll accompany them.
Well, since normally it would be the Gank, but I feel like the Gank can look after himself, the eyes will go straight to Cora.
As your eyes go straight to her, she's already walking and waving over her shoulder. See ya!
I just sort of run after you as fast as I can.
Meanwhile, the droids are already swarming the ship, attaching the fuel hose, buffering out the little blaster marks all across the hull.
Making her nice and pretty again.
Yes. Now I'm actually going to have to change that to actually do that they buffed out your ship.
Making more work for himself.
Exactly. But it's worth it, trust me. But yes, you have arrived in Coronet City. A hustling and bustling place, tourist attractions, shops, everything you could ever want.
And, you know, until Sibby gets here, we'll just say he's hanging out with, I don't know, Cora.
Oh, by the way, I was wondering, did you land in a public hangar? Or did you land in your family's hangar?
Public hangar.
Public, understood. Just making completely sure I didn't misunderstand.
If I'm in and out quick enough, they won't know I'm here.
Wow.
I mean, put it this way. Would you want to introduce the rest of this crew to your family?
I mean, I'm perfectly fine, but I don't know about Cora.
Now I want to meet his parents.
Oh, you know how I'm a legitimate businessman?
Yeah?
Yeah?
They're actually legitimate business people.
Oh.
They're legit.
That's half of how I know how to haggle. The other half is
beautiful.
growing up on speeders as how I know how to fly.
So GM, here's a question for you. What kind of trouble can an eager tourist get herself into?
An eager
Oh,
tourist?
God.
Oh, you want to know
Yep.
the tourist attractions?
Yes.
Right, let me just get out
Tell
my
me
little
all
finger.
about the tourist traps.
Right, of course. There is always the world famous sweet lachette pastry. They are normally made in large batches, but apparently they are a must-have. And then there is the bottle of Woody's Wayne's Reserve, which is a nice little tipple if you're looking to go into the bars. In the pamphlets they say you must have those. Now, there is also the shuttle tours in a basic glass shuttle going around the city to show you the sights and sounds of Coronet. Now, if you're looking for more adventurous stuff, there's always the racing. You get a little sort of shuttle and you race around a track. There's always the guided tours. Or there's the speeder bike races just outside of the city's perimeter, which you can take into the wilds.
Ooh. Right. Well, consider since B2 is following me, I'm actually not gonna be an asshole and lose him in the crowd. I'm gonna slow down so he can catch up to me. And assuming I've read through the pamphlets and asked around to find out all this information, I'm gonna go right. 2B, let's go. Wait. B2? How should
It's
I call it?
B29.
BB.
Fine,
There's
BB.
one B.
Right. Tell you what, let's swing by some of those famous bars, get a few drinks for ourselves and a few for the crew back home. And after that, we should go check out those speed bikes.
What
I wanna
do you
check
mean?
out the races.
No, we shouldn't check out the speed bikes at all. That sounds dangerous. I was tasked
Exactly,
with
let's
looking
go.
after you. I forbid you. It's medically endangering.
And that's why we're gonna do it. Let's go.
It's reluctantly follow.
Really making him earn that paycheck.
But yes, you're gonna go and buy some pastries. I don't suspect you need my.
Not pastries. Check out the bars so we can get a few drinks for courage and
okay.
get some quote-unquote fuel.
I
for,
sadly watch
everybody
you
back on
drink.
the ship.
I do not drink. Don't do myself.
I love that. It's specifically, I sadly watch you drink.
I wish I was a real boy.
I want to be a real boy.
Right.
But yes, you're able to get drinks very easily. There's no point in IDing you.
Okay, I wanna get a nice buzz before the race, and I also wanna buy a bottle of something. No, actually, let's make that 2 bottles of something nice, so we can have it when I'm back in the ship with the others.
Get a buzz on before I risk speeder race.
I
This
mean,
guy-
let's be real here. Should anybody drive those sober?
You grow up in a Canadian trailer park by any chance?
No.
Oh my god. But yes, if you're actually gonna go to the speeder bikes next. Then-
What should I pay you for the drinks and stuff?
Oh, for drinks, I would say around about. How many do you have?
I wanna have, let's say, 3 drinks to get me on my feet, and I want 2 bottles of something nice for to get back to the ship.
Alright, you have to pay around about 50 credits.
Cool. Actually, while we're on the subject, let's see how they feel about a nice girl getting drunk and, you know, fishing for a drink. Maybe I can get a little discount. Give me a sec.
Typical thought behavior.
Typical thought.
Oh, I'm feeling very good about my chances of getting a few drinks for free, actually.
Yeah,
What?
but one of them's
Hang
gonna be
on.
drugged.
Do you get like a minus point for having a pessimistic, neurotic droid with you?
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna say you lose at least 1 success due to the Nordic droid going.
Due to the
He
toothbrush.
doesn't like you.
Getting
Every
fair.
time.
I would say, the thing is, with those threats, I would say you get around about 1 drink free.
Okay, so would that be a 10 credit discount?
Yeah, I would say 10 credit discount, so 40 credits overall.
Nice. Let me just mark that down. Excellent. I'm very happy. And I will put down that I have 2 bottles of what kind of alcohol would that be?
Well, if you're going for range reserve, that's a bit more of a harder stuff. If you want me to type it 1 second.
Something harder would be nice.
3 seconds.
That's what she said.
She made the same joke as me. Fucking good one, Amanda.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Head finger discount. You're learning too much from Jack, stop.
And with that, since I'm feeling a light buzz, I wanna immediately go to the bike races that go out of town.
Fair enough. Of course, B2 follows you as well.
Oh, he's gonna get on one of the bikes with me. I'm not leaving him behind. Don't worry, B2. You're coming with me. I'm not gonna leave you behind.
No. Why would you insist on me riding one of them? I'm a medical droid.
It's okay. You gotta live a little. Don't worry.
It's
It's
not.
gonna be fun.
What if I fall off and melt in a fire?
Nah, that would never happen. Come on.
You're a reckless piece of shit. Do you know that?
Yes. As you go up towards the obvious, the obvious where the sign, there's huge signs directing you towards the speeder bikes. Speeder bikes here for rent and stuff like that. You come along, and you see one of the people there. He's got long mohawk kind of thing, but it goes into like a ponytail. You can see him like rubbing his hands together in order to like keep warm. It's a kind of chilly day today, but it's not too chilly. And he's like,
just out of curiosity, are there any warning signs around?
there, as you walk in, you see this fine print at the bottom of a sign that tells you prices. That basically tells you we do not take responsibility for any deaths, dismemberments, or crashes. You must pay for any bikes you wreck.
Well, I don't know how I feel about me having to pay about the bike, but I guess we gotta take some chances.
This just doesn't bode well, does it? Look at this sign over here.
Oh?
It's warning you against death. It's saying it's not going to take responsibility in case we die. How can you go on this? How could you pay a service?
Nobody's gonna take responsibility for your death anyway. Come on, big deal. We can die at any moment through doing anything. Might as well have fun doing it.
By the way, are you gonna ask the guy, or you're right next to the sign, aren't you?
Yeah, we were just talking about a sign. I'm gonna approach guy with a wave and a smile and say, "Hello, I'd like to ride one of your bikes, please."
Hello, how you doing? What would you like? What would you like to do?
Which is the fastest one?
The fastest? You're sure? You're not beginner.
The slowest. Give us the slowest one.
I
My
tell you
friend's just
options.
joking.
Don't
Actually,
worry.
now that I think about it, it's a good thing he spoke up because I kind of forgot. Yeah, we're kind of gonna need a two-seater or something so I can take him with me. I want him to
I see.
experience, you know,
Okay.
the joy with me.
Do not worry, I got you perfect one. Now, if you see here, we have the Annihilator. It's fastest bike we own. Not many people rent that.
Ooh,
we've
I
had-
like the sound of that.
We've had 10 Annihilators before.
Nice.
Now, as you can see, the next step down is your own personal sort of your own personal transport. Only one seat though.
I guess we're gonna have to go with the Annihilator then, since it's a two-seater.
No, that's not two-seater. That's only one seat. There's two-seaters in the second one. They're a bit more expensive. Then you got the slower ones, of course.
Yes, we want one of those.
Oh, come on, 2B, don't be like that.
We want to experience the beautiful scenery of this planet, not speed along and die in a horrible accident.
Don't mind him, he's just joking around. Give us the fastest two-seater.
Fastest two-seater. Okay. Let's see. By the way, do you want to roll for perception?
Yes, I
Go
do.
ahead.
I was gonna ask you, by the way. Let's Let's see, perception.
Nice. As he's looking around, you actually spot something that catches your eye. It says on the side of one of the two-seaters, Dibler's own brand.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna ask him about it.
Hmm? What is it? You see he walks on over to you.
It says Dibler's brand. What's that about?
Ah, these are very good bikes, made in factory very here on Coronet. You see, Dibler's own, they're very reliable pieces of merchandise.
Oh? Tell me
Yes,
more about
yes.
it, I'm curious.
About what? The bike or?
Nah, tell me about Dibblers. Is that like
Dibblers
some
are-
kind of family that runs a business or something?
Ah, they are sort of speeder bike manufacturers here on Coronet. They sometimes, I hear they do even military contracts, but that's just rumors, of course. But they handle civilian bikes, racing bikes. There's even a 4-seater bike. That's a fun one.
A 4-seater?
Yeah, sadly I do not have 4-seater. They would have been taken out.
Oh. By the way, GM, yeah, are those the people that are Jack's family? Do I know that?
Hmm?
I mean, you haven't
You
been
know his name.
here long enough with the crew to be back with me, but maybe, as far as you're aware.
I mean, was that his... what was your family name again?
Also Dibler.
Oh yeah, well, obviously I would know, right?
Yes, you would. You would
Yeah,
know it's
cool.
related.
Interesting. I'm gonna make a mental note that I wanna check out these people later because I'm curious. Anyway, for now, give us the bike. How much is it?
Let's see. How long do you want to rent out for?
Let's
5
see.
minutes.
About an hour should be fine.
An hour. Okay, I can do an hour. Let's say 50 credits for an hour, but 50 credit deposit. You get deposit back once you return.
50 credits, you say, huh?
Yes.
I also heard there might be some races around here. Is that true?
Ah, yes. There's some. There's a racetrack about a couple kilometers that way. You take the train, get on there.
Train? I thought you could speed with these bikes.
Well, if you can't race them over there,
Okay. Anyway,
these are for tourists.
here's 50 credits. I'm just gonna pay him.
He takes money. Okay. I don't, it's
before-
like I don't know, and 50 credits deposit.
Yeah, I know.
Before we get on that thing, I just want to do like a mechanics inspection to see if it's of decent quality, if it's gonna break down or something,
Go
or
on. Then.
fall apart.
See, you check it over, and it's on fine quality. It's not well, quote unquote, maintained. You know, there's a bit of gunk here and stuff, but it's of fine quality and shouldn't blow up in your face.
That's not encouraging.
Alright, B2, get on. Let's go.
Who's driving? Maybe
Me, of
I can
course.
drive and you can just get on the back and observe the scenery.
Cora laughs out loud for a good 2 minutes before finally stopping. Get on.
Very well, but I'm only doing this because I'm obliged to lend you medical assistance if you get yourself in an accident. Climbs
Cora
on the
just
back.
smiles at him and waits for B2 to get on board.
He's on the back now.
Alright then, here we go! And I'm immediately gonna floor it.
Right, you're gonna have to
I'll
make
try
me.
spinning. That's a good trick.
I think this is a pilot check, I believe.
Yeah, it's a piloting planetary.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you,
Get
bitch!
on the building! Collateral damage!
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!